Yo, I'm Harry. I'm that dickhead who makes videos on Doctor Who because he has nothing else to do with his sad, lonely, pathetic little life. Anyway, if you are not aware, I'm currently doing a Doctor Who-a-thon through every episode of Doctor Who since An Unearthly Child, and giving my thoughts and opinions of each season as I go through it. If you want to watch that first video, it's in either of those two corners, I'm not sure which one. In this video I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on season 2. I've recorded the video 3 times so far, so I'm absolutely knackered. It's 20 to 11 at night, Sunday night as well, and I'm shattered. But anyway, Planet of Giants, it was a very okay opener to the season. It was very similar to An Unearthly Child in that way. There is a lot of parallels between season 1 and season 2. Obviously season 1 started with An Unearthly Child, which was very average. This also started, season 2 started with Planet of Giants, which was another very average story. Now, I felt the plot was not all there. It was okay, wasn't anything special. Now, after that there was the Dalek Invasion of Earth, which again is another parallel in itself. You had a Dalek story on the set. I'm peeling so badly. But I loved it as a kid. I've only ever watched it twice, as a kid and now. And I definitely enjoyed it more the first time. The second time it felt very slow paced, which is a shame. It's 6 parts long and it felt very slow paced. The Daleks was 7 parts long and I loved every second of it. But the location filming was nice to see. You don't really get that much in classic Doctor Who, so it was nice to see it appear here. I know I didn't really like Susan that much. I said in the last video that I didn't like her and that she was probably the worst part of the season. I don't know if I cut that bit out actually. But she went off with some lad called David who was very, very sexy. Personally, I've never really liked Susan. She's always been very obnoxious. She doesn't stop screaming, which is very, very, very annoying. The next story we got was The Rescue. Now obviously The Rescue was only really there to introduce Vicky, the new companion, who, I'm not going to lie, I definitely prefer to Susan. She's a definite improvement. The twist at the end was very, very obvious. It was very nice to see that the Doctor hadn't forgotten about Susan. Just because I don't like her doesn't mean I don't like it to be realistic. It was very realistic, the fact that he didn't forget about her. But yeah, and a little fun fact as well, this was actually the first time the TARDIS actually ever made the noise while it was landing. Obviously it had made the noise before, but not at the same time as it landed. Romans was next. I'm not going to lie, I can't even remember the last time I watched this, but I enjoyed it a lot. I really, definitely, really liked it. The Romans was very quick getting into it, which towards the start I didn't really like, because it didn't really give an explanation right at the start as to how they even got into Rome in the first place, but they did. But it doesn't matter, does it? I mean, I'd rather that than have an episode dedicated, a whole episode dedicated to their trek to Rome. Now, seeing Ian and Barbara be kidnapped and used as slaves, I thought, anyway, was very dark, especially for Doctor Who. Now, I don't mind that. I don't mind having dark stuff in Doctor Who at all. Give me that any day over the crap we get sometimes nowadays. But they definitely got the right mix of comedy in here. Yeah, it was funny to see how the Doctor kept missing Barbara in that palace. Yeah, so next up was The Web Planet. Now, I know this is meant to be Peter Capaldi's favourite story, but it's certainly not mine. It's always going to be one of those that is up there as one of the worst of all time. It's very bad. It dragged a lot. The story was awful. The costume design was awful. The Crusade came after that. Now, if you've watched my previous video talking about this, not the vlog, the one before that, then you'd know that I'm not watching the missing stories, basically because I don't like watching recons. Time Meddler absolutely blew me away. Loved how straight away the Doctor made a joke as soon as I got out of the TARDIS saying, "Oh, you know, what do you think it is? A space helmet for a cow?" Now, the story was absolutely fantastic. It was great to see an explanation as to how Stonehenge was made, an explanation as to how Leonardo da Vinci seemingly invented the helicopter. I mean, it's a massive shame that the monk hasn't returned since, but overall, I mean, the story was absolutely fantastic. It was the first, I say, semi-historical story, and it's probably one of the best. I mean, overall, I think Season 2 is generally so much better than Season 1. Now, in terms of the parallels that I mentioned earlier, obviously in An Earthly Child and Planet of Giants are very similar because of how average they are. The Daleks and the Dark Invasion of Earth are both Dalek stories. The Edge of Destruction and the Rescue are both average short stories. Marco Polo and the Romans are both full historicals. The Keys of Marinus and the Web Planet are both very sci-fi stories. The Aztecs and the Crusade are both very pure historical stories. The Sensorites and Space Museum are both very sci-fi, but then after that it does start to fall apart, admittedly. And then for the record, Season 3 I'm going to be starting that with The Ark, just because, well, the reasons I mentioned earlier, I'm not watching recons, simple as that. So yeah, The Ark is going to be an episode I'm hopefully going to be watching tonight and maybe over the next week or so. And hopefully I'm going to manage to get to get to at least the 10th planet before Twice Upon a Time comes on. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. All the editing's not going to be that good either, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to spend as much time on it as I can to try and get it the best. Yeah, so I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave it a like, it really will help me out a lot. Comment down below what you thought of Season 2 yourself, what you thought of specific episodes, and yeah, and I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe as well, obviously, if you want to see a Season 3 review, which is going to happen anyway, but subscribe anyway. But yeah, so thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.